Hey, this is Nerion, and welcome back to another new episode of First Take. If you're not familiar with this series, this is where myself and a special guest sit down and we have a look at some short games or upcoming demos for future releases from indie developers. And joining me today from my gaming community is Koby. Welcome, Koby.
Howdy, howdy.
So, today we're going to be reviewing The Cats of ULTHAR. Now, if no one's familiar with that, it's a short story written by H.P. Lovecraft. This game's been created using the Unreal Engine, and it's been developed by Alessandro Capriolo. Hopefully I've pronounced your name correctly. Not a super long game, it's just a short game. Should take about 10 or 15 minutes to play through. Yeah, Lovecraft and cats. How do you feel about that?
Well, I love me some good old Call of Cthulhu, and I live with 3 cats on my mountain here, so it seems like a natural mix.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, the cats are happy with it as well.
Well, you'll probably hear from them if they aren't.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to play through this game, and then at the end we're going to do a quick scoring system, a quick review and some final thoughts. So let's jump right in and see what this game's all about. Oh, am I in game? I'm in game.
Yes, you are.
It is said that in ULTHAR, which lies beyond the river Sky, no man may kill a cat. I think that's a good rule.
Yeah, I agree. Monday.
There we go. So one guy made this game, and so far, I'm liking the look of it.
Yeah, was that a cat in the tree?
I think it's just the top of the
No,
tree.
Yeah, that's a tree. Yep.
You know, I had to do a second take there as well. I was like, wait a second. Is the guy putting cats in trees? So I think this might be just a walking simulator, possibly. I'm not 100% sure. Just
It's looking like it.
WASD. It's very smooth, though. Those windows definitely pop.
Oh, 100%. I like how as you come closer, the lights start kicking on. Okay.
Oh, that's ominous.
That's never a good sign.
Well, I've not ever read the story itself, so I'm completely unfamiliar with what happens in this.
Well, I think you have to go through the herd of cats.
Yep, looks like it. You know, if the cats are acting weird, something's definitely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Can I interact with this? No?
Nope. So they're all facing this direction.
The house that's conveniently lit up?
That you might not be able to get to. Ooh, okay. Uh-oh. It's someone who's going to try to murder a cat.
I think we need...
That's against the law.
We need to murder them.
Yes. Violently. Text.
Oh,
Screen.
okay. I like the way they're doing the text. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Before ever the citizens forbade the killing of cats, in ULTHAR lived an elderly farmer and his wife, who delighted to trap and slay the cats of their neighbors. Wow. That just screams douche canoe.
Yep.
Okay, well, how do I... Was that my cue to go that way?
I doth believe it was.
No? Okay.
Okay, well, we can try to follow the cats back
Oh.
the way they... them good old Unreal Engine physics.
Yeah. Super, reliable.
You tried hitting the jump key or space bar?
Yeah, I've pressed space bar and shift and scroll wheel and...
Interesting. Well, it looks like the text is just existing there on this. That's kind of a cool little effect.
Yeah, this is interesting. Oh, maybe I can go in here. No, no.
No, but you could look in it.
Oh, the text comes
Okay.
up again.
Well, it never went away, actually. It just hangs out.
Oh, didn't realize.
That's what I
Oh,
mean.
okay, that's what
Yeah,
you're talking about. Okay, yep.
yeah, it's nifty.
All right, so I guess I go back. Well,
Damn.
yeah,
That's not disconcerting at all.
that moved at a very interesting speed. Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Can you imagine if the whole game was just like Monday? It's and then nothing after that. It's like we're gonna get.
Hey guys, it's Monday. You didn't survive.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that.
Cat looks.
You little meow.
The cats look calmer today.
Well, it's daytime.
Yeah. Well, everything's calmer in Cthulhu in the daytime.
Text over to your left.
One day, a caravan of strange wanderers from the south entered the narrow cobbled streets of ULTHAR. There was in this singular caravan a little boy with no father or mother, but only a tiny black kitten to cherish.
I don't like where this is going.
That... What was up with that movement?
Listen, I'm not reading into it.
Wednesday.
I have a very bad feeling that something's happening to the little
Do you
black
see that?
kitten. See what?
Down the end of that path?
The wizard?
No.
Yeah.
Directly in front in the middle of the screen?
Oh, well, now I do.
Hey, buddy. What's up? How's it going?
Well, I suspect we're gonna get a animated story here. Oh, yep, see? Ooh. Yeah, I'm not liking what's about to happen to the black kitten.
Oh, again.
Yes.
Menace could not find his kitten, and as he sobbed aloud in the marketplace, a villager told him of the old man and his wife, and of sounds heard in the night. Oh, lovely. Where did you go?
Well, you can't follow him there. We gotta go to...
Maybe we're gonna help Menace. Dennis. To the Menace. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Menace sobbed aloud. He stretched out his arms toward the sky and prayed in a tongue no villager could... Oh, no, don't, no. Was it...
Well, it's downhill from here, boys.
Was it something along the lines of Cthulhu Thathagan? Oh. What the...
I see. I just recited the prayer for you. Yeah. Also, I think you gotta walk towards the gate.
I cannot move.
Oh, well, then look at the sky.
No, oh god.
Oh, maybe don't. Mistakes were made, as they say in the industry.
Yeah, I do not want to feel like I'm being tossed out of my chair at like 200 miles per hour. Whoa.
Don't go into the light. It's a trap.
Thursday? Oh. I should go back home. What?
Yeah, that's you. Go back to the beginning.
I do not think I want to.
I really don't want to either, but I reckon...
Oh, the text is actually a physical object. I can't move through it.
Yeah, that is cool.
I'm going this way because I want to break the rules.
Surprise.
No, I can't break the rules,
Welcome
guys.
to the void. Yep.
I have to go back where someone's waiting for me. Hey, buddy. Come round for a drink. Where do I live then? Do I live in this house down the end on the left?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, fuck that.
We both knew it was gonna happen. It still got us.
Oh, all right. Kobe swear counter 1.
Don't worry, this channel's not PG. You're good.
I know, but I generally try to keep it semi not bad.
That night, the Wanderers left Ulthar and were never seen again. Okay. The camera's very, so I'm going to lower my mouse sensitivity, actually. Make that a little bit, that's better. Lower that DPI, you know.
Yeah. Oh, look, we're gonna get the light show again.
Like clockwork. What? No. Oh. Did it hear what I said?
Do we have to go over there?
It is too dark. Press F to take the lamp.
It
Oh.
doesn't. That. Well, okay, well, you know what? You got the lamp now. That looked like blood on the ground, though, bro. Unless I was just.
I'm just going to try this house again, but no.
No,
That's
we're
just
gotta go.
water, I think.
Could be.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? Weird shading it.
Oh. I'm not
don't
liking this. Oh. Something is wrong. I should go back home.
Well, you didn't go back home.
It was fully a week before the villagers noticed that no lights were appearing at dusk in the windows of the cottage under the trees.
Well, isn't that technically you?
I mean, there's lots of cottages under trees.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fair. And can we just say that was one hell of a gaggle of cats that was hanging out over there?
Wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It was, yeah, they were really... It's too dark. Press F to take the lamp.
I mean, what if we don't want to take a lamp this time?
Yeah, but I think we have to.
We probably should. Well, I think we know what side we have to go to, because there's a nice flashy indicator.
I know. Me just trying to be that rule breaker, you know, and... Oh, God, I hope he isn't doing what he shouldn't be doing.
No, we're...
What?
Maybe we should just go back home.
Yeah.
I think we should...
What?
I think we should probably just go back home. Well...
And in the end, the Burgesses passed that remarkable law which is told off by traders in Hartheg and discussed by travellers in Near, namely that in Ulthar no man may kill a cat.
That wasn't very foreboding there at the end. Okay.
That was...
Well, when you told me you were doing a quick game...
Yeah.
All right. That is a nice little visual representation.
Definitely. Okay then, so now we come to our review, our score, and final verdict. So, if you're, again, not familiar with how our scoring system works, it's a very unique 3-point system, keeping it very straightforward. 3 out of 3, we loved it. 2 out of 3, it's decent. And 1 out of 3, it's a thing. And we will take a look at gameplay, visuals, sound, and story, and then give our final verdict, final thoughts on how we feel about the game, who would recommend it to. Yeah, so let's get started. So first we're going to be looking at gameplay. So obviously it was a very straightforward game. I don't think there was any, it wasn't meant to be super complex or like a RPG or anything, more like a visual novel that you'd almost navigate. At least that's the way it came across for me.
No, I would agree with that. It was, you basically had like your 20-meter stretch to walk through, and the quest text popped up, which was a nice little thing for the gameplay there to tell the story. But I don't know. I would have liked to see a little bit more of the village to walk around and wander, and maybe get a little bit more things here and there. Maybe have some little side dialogue, like, maybe the neighbor's like, oh yeah, those guys really weird over there, something to give it a little flavor and a little extra context.
Yeah.
No, that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, when you're trying to, do your own telling in a game with a very short story like this, I guess you are sort of limited. But maybe just for it to feel, it was very smooth though. I will say this, like the overall gameplay was very smooth. There was no lag or choppiness or anything. But maybe just to have some things to interact with a little bit more. That you said the text that they did was very good. That was an interest. That was a physical object as well, which was very interesting.
Yeah, it was unique to have that just kind of pop up there. Then you try to walk through it, and it just noped you. It was cool.
Yeah. So very straightforward gameplay. I mean, yeah, I would agree with you that it would be nice to have a few extra things in, whether some of the lore or information about the town could be found in like snippets of notes that you find and pick up, or just a little bit more interactive, I guess. But spreading it out through the days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, I'm not familiar with how the actual story goes, but from what I've seen, it is still a very short story. So I think with this type of story and what the developer had to work with, the gameplay worked well. But definitely there are some things other things we would like to see, whether it's in a future update. I'm not too sure if he's planning to do a more full version of the game. I didn't see anything on the website that said this was a demo. It was just seemed like it was treated as just a short game. So whether he gets to flesh it out more or not, but that would be our suggestions, I guess, going forward for any updates.
Yeah, or if you do any additional work, keep that in mind. Expand a little bit there.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't necessarily see any more being added to it. This is a nice little story. It ties it up well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I think for gameplay, we're giving this a 2 out of 3. So it's decent. Of course, we'd just like to see a little bit extra there, with just some of the things we've covered. And yeah, I think that could easily push it to a 3 with a couple of small updates.
Most definitely.
So next we come to visuals. So yeah, I mean, visually, I quite, it's the Unreal Engine, which is an awesome engine in general for making games in. And I thought overall the aesthetic that he went for in this game was done really well.
I would agree with that. It was visually appealing. Overall, the lighting was relatively decent. The only comment I'd have on it is that the windows were infinitely brighter than a lot of the rest of the map. So maybe kind of like balancing that out a little bit more.
Yeah.
To like illuminate it. Like
the
shadows were shadowy.
Yeah, it did seem like the windows are almost like floating the further away you were from them. Like they pop out much more than the house. Big credit for the whole event with Menace doing his spell and the whole sky spinning. I regretted looking up very quickly.
Oh, but it was wonderful. And then we all definitely went into the light there at the end.
Yeah, that was really good. So overall, you know, aside from the windows, the overall use of light was really good, especially when approaching the house and the lights were popping on, you know, towards the house at the end of the village there.
It was a very clean representation of what you can do with the Unreal Engine. It ran relatively smooth. Granted, yes, there wasn't a lot necessarily going on in the environment, but for what was there when you walk through, it maintained a pretty level, like there wasn't a lot of stuttering is what I'm going for. Like it was just, it flowed nicely.
Yep, even down to the jump scare like that. Even though we knew it was coming.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I was very happy with it overall as well, and yeah, I can't really criticize much in regards to overall visually. So I think we're giving this a 3 out of 3 as well. We loved it.
Definitely 3 out of 3 paws for me.
I like what you did there.
Yes.
Next we have sound. So I know we've briefly touched on some stuff offline before we started doing the review portion. So I know you'll have some things to talk on this one. Overall, I thought the sound was really good. There could definitely do some work in one area in particular, which I actually do agree with you, is maybe just a little bit more love for our feline friends in the game.
Yeah, the sound was great. I loved all the background noises and everything. But when we got up to the cats, the audio for the cats was the only thing that killed it for me a little bit. Like it reminded me of audio from another game I've played. It was just it for that game it fit because it was more, it's a little more 2D, a little more blocky. Here it was a little it lacked a little. It was a little tinny, it was a little,
yeah,
it didn't enrich as much.
Yeah, I felt that it fell out of place with all the everything else that was going on with the audio, with the sound, like the background music and the other sound effects that we were seeing in the game. So it would have been I don't know. I'd just say a little bit more weight to it. I guess it just felt. Maybe, I don't know whether it was rushed a little bit or time constraints. I'm not entirely sure, but it definitely could do with revisiting to get a little bit more love for sure.
Yeah, like all the cats had the same tone and pitch, which I get that you don't want to go too crazy with stuff. But like I live with 3 cats. They all sound different. So, you could have sampled like 2, 3, 4 cats and just assigned numbers 1, 2, 3 for each of the cats, and as you go by, just get a different little tone, and it varies. And that would have made it like, perfect for me. Just a little bit of variation between them, but they were all the same, slightly out of place audio.
Catman has spoken.
Yes.
But overall, though, I think, addressing that one issue in regards to the audio for the cats, that would easily bump the whole thing up to a 3. So unfortunately, we are going to just give this a 2 out of 3. It's decent, but that's literally the only negative thing we could think of. Like the everything else was done exceptionally well. So just having a little update on that, and yeah, it's perfect pretty much at that point.
Pretty much. I mean, the focus of the story is the cats.
Yeah.
The cats could use a little love. I'm just saying.
But finally, we come to story, and this was an interesting one because we didn't necessarily realize. I mean, we knew it was a short story as far as the original, but we didn't realize it was that short. So, first off, I'd like to give you credit for making a game like this out of very little material.
Yeah, like we looked up just how long the book was. And it was like 26 pages, including pictures. So like 13 pages worth of story, maybe.
Yeah,
Which,
basically.
yeah, that's a short story, but you done good with what you had.
So it sounds, from what I read, it definitely seems like there is some more though. You know, with potentially some more story that could be fleshed out. So I hope that there is going to be an update or a full release of this game, because what's been done so far with this title is pretty good, and the telling of the story was executed really well. Sitting down with the person at the beginning and then taking you through the story and experiencing it, and the pacing of the story was executed really well, I felt.
I definitely agreed. It was honestly, it was just, yeah, it hit all the right notes when it needed to, and the jump scare was like, we knew it was coming. We've done enough of these games, watched enough of these movies to know it's gonna smack us in the face, and yet it still caught us off guard. And I liked that.
Yeah, even as we're just walking directly to it.
Yep. We know it's coming. We can see doom written on the wall, and yet it gets us anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So for story and the retelling of this story, I would definitely give a 3 out of 3 as well for this one.
Agreed.
So yeah, 3 out of 3. We loved it for the story. So yeah, our final verdict. I mean, this is just sort of our final thoughts. If I don't know if you have any sort of final comments or anything to add to our review.
I mean, no. Overall, it was just a fun little piece to sit through. If you're looking to get a quick visual representation of the book without finding a copy of it reading online, this is a great way to go through it.
Yeah.
The Lovecraft reader on the go.
Yeah, it's definitely something anyone who's into Lovecraft should try this game. I think that even if you're just a fan of horror as well, I mean, it's not a super scary story, but it's definitely worth checking out. Honestly, I'd recommend it to everyone. It's 10-15 minutes of your day to see this pretty awesome retelling of a short story in a video game. So take the time, take 10-15 minutes of your day, try it out. It's good. It's fun.
Definitely agreed. Definitely just, give it a look-see. Doesn't hurt.
Or you've just watched us through this whole thing anyway, and unless you've skipped the playthrough and just joined us for the review portion.
That's true. Tell you what, get it for your kids. It'll be fun.
There you go. Just download it for them. They'll play it. They'll love cats even more. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna leave a link to the developer's Twitter page. So I originally found this on the website itch.io, which has a variety of short demos and short games on there from indie developers. It's a great website to check out. But yeah, I'll leave a link to Alessandro Capriolo in quotations Ordnus, which I assume is his gaming handle, and yeah, go give him a follow on the old Twitter twatter. Koby, I would like to personally thank you for joining us on this review of the Cats of ULTHAR and doing our first take together.
Oh, it was an absolute pleasure.
But Koby doesn't, unfortunately, for all of us in the world, Koby doesn't do any streaming or YouTube videos, but he does have a nifty cause that he would like to sort of raise on our show, on our little show here, bring some awareness to, and that's the Tournament of Ages. Would you like to share some information about that?
I will, yes. So, as some of us may be aware, and I'm not going to go into the details of that, but Blizzard Entertainment's kind of going through a rough patch right now. And that's left a lot of people in a weird, dark place who love the game like I do. But the first week of August every year for the last couple years the RP community. That's role playing for some of you folks who aren't savvy on the lingo there, but should be if you follow this channel. We have a tournament in game. We go to Ice Crown Citadel, and it's this grand thing that we all put on together. You've got people selling pretend items in game for role play. We've got tournaments between PvP dueling, emote dueling. We even leverage the Hearthstone game for battles, and it's this fun, grandiose thing where we all just get together for a week, relax, de-stress throughout the year, and we usually do it for a charity. Now, I will say this: I am not one of the event organizers. I'm just a patron of the event. I enjoy going every year. It's a lot of fun. But this particular year, we are raising money for a cause/charity called Blessings in a Backpack. And from what I have been made to understand, I'm just going to read their first line of their mission statement there. We'll provide a link for everything within the description section there. Blessings in a Backpack's mission is to mobilize communities, individuals, and resources to provide food on the weekends for elementary school children across America who might otherwise go hungry. So it is more of an American-focused charity there this particular year, but that's because most of us are over here in America. Like me, just happens to be somewhere else. Nerian, sorry, whatever, sue me later. But yeah, we do this. It's the community comes together, we have fun, despite everything that's been going on, despite everything that would normally divide us and cause, grief, anger, pain, sorrow. And we just try to make the best of it, and we come together and we have fun, and we always do it for a good cause. As of today, we are just shy of $12,000 raised. This is a week-long event. We normally don't go more than $5,000 to $10,000, but we're going ham this year. So the last day will be on Sunday, or Saturday rather. Ends in a great little ball. It's fun, it's magical. We have DJs, it's streamed on Twitch. If you want to watch it, I will get a link so you could add that in the description too. It's usually just a fun old time. You get to see what us nerds in the Warcraft roleplay community get up to. Because it's not all you've ever heard about Goldshire on Moonguard. We avoid that place. It's dark.
Yeah. I'm just realizing that this is not going to go on live until afterwards.
Yes. Well, you know what? That happened. So you look for us next year, theoretically.
Yeah.
If the game exists.
If the game exists.
So that's fine. Yes.
But is it still available to donate to after the event at all, or they just close it off?
Well, our particular link will probably be done, but you could always look up the charity itself and, just donate.
Yeah.
Nothing's stopping you.
What was the name of the charity again? Was it Blessings in a Backpack, you said?
Yep, Blessings in a Backpack. I can't talk anymore today.
Blessings.
I'll get you a link directly to their site.
Yep, so I'll include some links in the description. Unfortunately, by the time this episode does come out, and I probably should have told Kobe beforehand that this won't be out for a bit. But still, links in the description. Go check out the charity, and also, hopefully, fingers crossed, they're able to do this again next year.
Yep. It might not be the same crew that ran it this year, but someone will run it next year as long as we have servers to play on. If not, we'll figure it out later.
Definitely. That's awesome. Great. So yeah, links will be in the description for that as well. Kobe, thank you so much. And
it is a pleasure.
Once again, thanks for joining me on this episode of First Take. We may have you back again in the future at some point if you're willing to put up with me for 20 minutes, half an hour or more.
Oh, if I could do it for at least 2 to 3 hours every Sunday, I think I can deal with you for another 20 minutes here and there.
Oh, there we go. You heard it here, everybody. Okay, so that's it. That's our first take of the Cats of ULTHAR. Thanks once again for joining me and my special guest Kobe here today for our first take. I will leave a link as well down in the description for my Twitch if you want to come check me out on Twitch as well. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I have once again been a non-professional gamer, and we'll see you in the next one. That's a wrap.